Hey kids, it's Englentine here. I'm a little backed up on stories and such, and this one I thought was quite interesting. It's about the covers that are coming out for Legacy and stuff that Marvel's doing to retailers, and what retailers have decided to do right back to Marvel. So there's a couple of headlines going to talk about. It's actually two stories in one, and the first one is really just the headline because it leads into the other one. The hoops retailers have to jump through for Chip Zdarsky and other Marvel Legacy variants. This is from Bleeding Cool. It says let retailers and Brian Hibbs know about the changing qualifications for a bunch of Marvel Legacy lenticular covers earlier in the week. Well, now we have more for Marvel Legacy titles. Now with new artist Luke Cage for a variety of the other covers too. The rest of the first article is really just saying what people have to go through, what the retailers have to go through. Meet or exceed 125% of orders for All New Wolverine number 22 with orders for All New Wolverine 25. And then they can order the number 25 variant cover. So, and this goes on. There's a whole bunch of variant covers, and it really appears that Marvel's trying to prop up their sales numbers by using the lenticular covers as a sort of a hostage. Buy more of those issues that don't matter, and we'll give you this one. Well, turns out that not every retailer likes this particular style of business, and I hope there's more than just one. Because I would really love to see retailers turn it on Marvel. I don't give a shit about the lenticular covers. And I hope more people do this. So anyway, the second story was the comic store that won't order any Marvel lenticular covers. Are there any more out there? Bleeding Cool has shown some of the hoops that comic books retailers have to jump through in order to order any of the Marvel Legacy lenticular covers. Launching Marvel's latest Not a Relaunch, it's an initiative intended to up Marvel's numbers, but also ensure that comic retailers have enough copies on shelves of all of the Marvel Legacy issues to coincide with whatever Marvel Comics publicity push is arranged at the time of publication, or so they hope. But All New Comics of Ontario, with an online business that reaches across Canada as well, has told Bleeding Cool that they won't be ordering a single one. Look, they've put it in bold and everything. Due to the ordering restrictions on Marvel's lenticular covers, All New Comics will not be able to order any copies of the lenticular covers and will therefore not be able to offer them to our customers. And then they go off to not only... They talk about DC, for cripe's sake. In the past, when DC has made lenticular covers available for products, we have done special orders around those September 2013 event, with the Futures in 2014 event, and most recently with the Button storyline. And they have the rules were simple, and we had to order the covers a little bit early, and there would be no way to increase our orders. But we could order as many regular covers as we wanted and as many lenticular covers as we wanted. We would get our full discount, and we'd have to pay a tidge more for shipping on the lenticular covers, but it was offset by an increase in cover price and some pretty steep discounts on DC's part. If we normally ordered 60 copies of Batman, we could order 40 regular covers and an additional 20 lenticular ones. We ordered more lenticular ones because they are very eye-catching and people often buy them at conventions on a whim. In a lot of cases, DC will offer a partial returnability in order to get us to order more. We feel like this is a good way to do business. It allows us to take chances on some items and also let us order exactly what our customers want. And for the Marvel Legacy event, the rules are not clearly as cut and dry. It is constantly changing. At this point, we need to order 100% to 200% of our previous issues in order to qualify to order any lenticular covers. There are also additional tiers which will qualify us for other variant covers. There's so much math involved. It's insane. And this gives us just a little bit of a sample of one company understanding that they're in business with the comic shops, and one company that seems to be saying that if you want to stay in business, you have to do what we ask. They don't realize that without one, the other's going to fall. And that's my take on this. It really does seem like they're trying to bully the brick and mortar shops. To simplify things, we order 15 copies of Invincible Iron Man. In order to qualify for the lenticular covers, we need to order an additional 15 copies. Then we can order as many copies of the lenticular covers as we want, although at a lower discount. And let's say 5 people want the lenticular cover instead of the regular cover. We would have 20 copies sitting in a long box somewhere, which based on previous experience, we might be able to sell 2 of, leaving us holding the bag on 18 copies. Even in cases where we order 100% of the qualifying title. Cable, where we need to order 10 copies to qualify, we would be left with unsold copies of the non-lenticular cover. Marvel is doing this with 29 titles, potentially leaving us with hundreds of unsold comics with 0 returnability, a lower discount, and a ton of money laid out for no extra return. And here's another look at the way that Marvel is messing over the brick and mortar shops. I mean, look at that. All New Wolverine 25. You have to order 125% of your orders of All New Wolverine 22. They've even got America on there. In order to get the lenticular cover for America number 8, you have to order 125% of your order on American number 4. This is obviously just to get numbers up on the books. And it would leave the brick and mortars, like you said, in a pile of comics they can't sell. So it concludes by saying we are sorry that we're not able to offer these comics for sale, and we hope that you understand. While we would like to offer them, doing so would put us in considerable financial hardship. If only money could be lenticular and can flick from $1 to $100, your mouth God's ears, right? And then it wonders if there's any other stores. Now, I myself would say, I don't care. I mean, don't put yourself out. I could take the original, or I could just ignore it. Let the speculators fight it out on eBay. I could give a crap. The worst part about this is that there's going to be some small comic shop that's going to put itself in a bad way, it's bad business, in order to please just a couple of fans or a couple of customers, and that's sad. It's sad that Marvel would put them in this position anyway. But that's just my opinion. What do you think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? What do you think of this whole Marvel trying to pump up their numbers so they could stay, quote, number 1, unquote, in the market? Let me know in the comments below. Also, here it goes. If you like this video, you want to see more, please click like, share a whole bunch, and if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and that notification bell so you don't miss anything else. Also, head on over to our Patreon page or our VidMe page and drop $1 in the till. Help us keep this train rolling. Help us keep the lights on. It would definitely be appreciated. And we'd like to thank those who already have done that. We'd like to thank those who are going to do that. And to everybody, thank you very, very much for watching.